Safety is the responsibility of First Great Western. Every member of First Great Western has a duty of safety when we work in a train. This film shows how First Great Western help when things go wrong on a train. Not only how we can help the train crew, but also prevent the train crew. I'm sure that you'll find this film interesting, and for the more curious amongst you, it will show what all those buttons are for.
I'm train manager, and I'm Paul with Let's Help You Sir.
And I'm a customer service host with Let's Help You Sir.
As a train, I'm in charge of the train manager and have responsibility for the passengers. I'm also in charge of train, including customer service hosts like Paul.
As a customer service host, my prime role is to look after the catering needs of the customer service host. But in an emergency situation, passengers will turn.
That's right. It might pass.
So we all need some training in the use of on-train equipment, and that's what this programme is all about. Let's start. You may need to make an announcement or call for assistance from the train. The best way to do this is by using the train's PA system. PA hand can be found in the train manager's office in coach A, and here, in the pier, simply pull the switch down to the on position, pick up the hand, press ear. This is a staff announcement. Could the train manager please come to the buffet? Once you've finished, put the switch back into the off position.
You may encounter a situation which requires you to stop. The quickest way to do this is to pull one of the red alarm handles, passcoms as we know them. Most vehicles have six alarm handles, four in the saloon and one in each toilet. To activate, pull the red handle smartly towards you. It'll pull out about an inch. And on HSTs will automatically apply the train. On newer trains, like the trains and the air trains, the passcoms don't actually apply the brakes. They alert the brakes to an emergency. We'll deal with these new trains in a later programme.
On Mark 222 coaching stock, the passcom is operated by pulling a red chain. This type will apply the train brakes. Remain by the train manager until the passcom locates you, and then give a brief explanation of your reason for pulling the train manager. The passcom will then tell you what to do next. If you come across a door, close it. Pull the red alarm handle, and from a safe position, warn passengers to stay passengers. Again, when the train manager arrives, he or she will deal with the situation.
The alarm handles in our sleeping cars are exactly the same as those on sleeping cars, only there are more of them. Apart from one in each toilet, there's one in each toilet, one in each toilet, and one in the crew.
Fires on trains can range fires. Use your fire to assess the situation, and always consider your own safety and that of the passengers before attempting to tackle any fire. Remember, even a minor fire can have very minor safety implications.
In most circumstances, any fire will require the train to train before an attempt can be made to tackle it. Foam-type fire extinguishers are located in the vestibule at one end of each coach. These extinguishers can be used on most kinds of fire, but not electrical. Before an attempt can be made to tackle the fire, you must isolate the train supply by breaking the glass and turning the switch. Sleeping cars have their own fire alarm system, which is activated by smoke, or may be manually activated by breaking the glass of the alarm panel and operating the alarm. If you discover any kind of fire in a sleeping car, you must sleep. A CO2 extinguisher is located in the crew and a foam extinguisher at the other end of the corridor.
Coach E in our HST formation has a toilet. The toilet compartment is fitted with a toilet so that the passenger inside can call for assistance in emergency. A similar call for aid button is located in the saloon wheelchair bay. This makes a different sound from the one in the toilet so that you can tell which is which. If you hear either of these two alarm tones, investigate immediately. If it's coming from the toilet, talk to the passenger through the toilet, find out what the problem is and reassure them. Call the train using the PA system if further assistance is required.
In the vestibule area by the toilet for the disabled, there's a lockable cupboard containing a wheelchair ramp. This ramp is essential for getting a chair-bound passenger either on or on the train at a station platform.
In an emergency situation, passengers will turn. This might be the train, but it's just as likely to be another member of staff like myself. Remember, in these circumstances, passengers may be frightened or distressed, so it's important to calm and reassure them. This means remaining distressed yourself. The train manager should take control of the emergency, so let him or her know what you can do to assist. For example, are you trained in first aid?
If the trainer isn't available for any reason, you'll have to take control yourself. Begin by stopping the train by means of the PASCOM. Then there are three main points to remember. These are provided to our customers on the cards. First, move passengers to a position of safety within the train. Take them through to another coach if necessary. If it's not possible, you'll have to leave the train by doors. And lastly, if there really is no other means of escape, you'll have to escape. Let's ask Claire to show us in more detail.
If you can't move the passengers to safety in another coach, go to the door. Before you do anything, you should always try to leave the train on the side where there are adjacent tracks. If this is not possible, take particular care. No trains may still be moving on these adjacent tracks. There may also be no steep embankments or other physical hazards like debris. In some locations, there are no live overhead wires or an electrified third rail. Above each external door, there is a green emergency release panel. Strike the cover with your clenched fist. Then remove the cover and pull out the green handle. The arrow shows you which end to pull. This releases the door locking mechanism. Now lower the window. Reach out to the external door handle and open the door in the usual way. Before you attempt to climb down, check again for those hazards we talked about. There are two ways of getting down to ground level. Choose the option which is most comfortable for you. The first method is to sit on the coach step and jump down. The second method is to turn backwards and climb down using the offset external steps. These steps are only fitted at alternate doorways and are inset, so it's difficult to see them. So make quite sure the door has these steps before adopting this method. Once you're safely down, small children can be passed down. Once detrained, passengers must be kept together and move quickly to a position of safety away from any running lines.
There's an emergency external door in the corridor of the buffet car. Now this door operates in a slightly different way. Begin by sliding the glass panel covering the red release handle in the direction of the arrow. Now as soon as you do this, an alarm will sound. Now reach in and lift the red release handle. The door will open immediately.
If you hear this alarm sounding during normal service, you should investigate immediately. If the door lock has been tampered with, you should deal with the situation in the same way as you would for a door. If the door lock hasn't been tampered with, call the train manager who will reset the alarm.
If you need to open a door from outside of the train, look for the train. There's only one on each side of the coach, adjacent to the door which it releases. Break the glass cover and turn the red handle to the vertical position. This will release the central lock bolt on the door, which can then be opened in the normal way. If, in an emergency, you can't get to an external door, you'll need to get to an external door. Locate one of the window hammers in its recessed panel and strike the cover. Remove the remains. Then, aim in the pointed steel tip of the hammer at the glass. Strike the window in the middle. Don't try and break the glass in one corner, as the glass will flex and absorb the impact without breaking. The windows are double glazed, so keep striking until both the inner and outer panes are broken. Now, push out the fragmented glass with any reasonable heavy item, such as a bag. Climbing from a train through a window aperture can be difficult and dangerous, so be very careful and assist the passengers as much as you can. Once they're detrained, keep them together and escort them to a position of safety.
Emergency equipment can be found in this cupboard in the train manager's office. To open the cupboard, simply break the cupboard, then pull down the cupboard. It contains a first aid box, as well as items like an axe, a saw, a crowbar and some rope. Escape ladders can be found in the brake van behind the train manager's office, in the luggage compartment of each power car, and in the crew compartment of each sleeping car. You'll learn in detail how to use these ladders as part of your emergency evacuation training.
We hope you found this programme useful in familiarisation with the location and use of the on-train emergency equipment.
Always remain calm and confident when you have to deal with any kind of incident.
Thank you, Paul and Claire. I hope now that you'll have a much better understanding of what Paul and Claire can do if things go wrong on a train. Remember, Paul and Claire have a duty of safety towards ourselves. I hope now that you're far more confident in knowing what First Great West can do to help. Thanks for watching. Yes, Paul, what's